The silent threat, how a peaceful sleep can turn deadly after 70. Can you imagine the shock? One night, a 73-year-old man, seemingly healthy, went to bed like any other evening. His family had no reason to worry. He was active, full of life, and had no major health complaints. But the next morning, he simply didn't wake up. His family was absolutely stunned. What went wrong? Could this tragic event have been prevented? It's a truly unsettling thought, isn't it? The truth is, after we reach our 70s, certain seemingly innocent bedtime habits can silently, almost imperceptibly, put our health at serious risk. These are the habits that can increase our vulnerability to devastating events like strokes, heart attacks, and even sudden, unexpected death during sleep. And here's the most frightening part. Most folks aren't even aware they're making these potentially dangerous mistakes. In this discussion, I want to gently guide you through 4 common nighttime habits that anyone over 70 should genuinely consider avoiding. These routines might appear completely harmless, perhaps things you've been doing for decades without a second thought. Yet they can significantly impact your health, your peace of mind, and ultimately, your longevity. Some of these insights might genuinely surprise you, while others could be deeply ingrained practices you've never questioned. My hope is that by the end of our time together, you'll feel empowered. You'll have the knowledge to protect yourself, enhance your sleep, and wake up each day feeling stronger, healthier, and more vibrant. Please, stick with me until the very end, because the final habit we'll discuss is one that many seniors unknowingly engage in every single night, completely unaware of the hidden dangers it poses. I'll also share simple, actionable steps you can take instead to ensure a truly safer, more restful night's sleep. Let's dive in. 1. Eating heavy meals too close to bedtime, a digestive burden. One of the most common, yet surprisingly risky habits I see in my older patients is eating large meals too close to bedtime. You might be thinking, Dr. Cole, I've been doing this my whole life. It's never caused a problem. And that's fair. When we're younger, our bodies are incredibly resilient. But as we age, particularly after 70, our bodies simply don't process food the way they once did. The timing of your last meal, and especially what you choose to eat, can profoundly affect your sleep quality, your heart health, and even your risk of serious nighttime complications. Think back to your younger days. You could probably enjoy a big, hearty dinner late at night, then drift off into a deep, undisturbed sleep. Now, things are different. Your metabolism has naturally slowed, and your digestive system isn't quite as efficient as it used to be. It takes much longer for your body to break down food. This slower digestion can lead to uncomfortable issues like acid reflux, severely disrupted sleep, and even an unwelcome elevation in blood pressure, all factors that are strongly linked to a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes while you're asleep. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with that burning sensation of heartburn, a general feeling of discomfort, or even a racing heart? Your late-night eating habits might very well be the culprit. Here's what really happens when you consume a heavy meal right before you lie down. Instead of dedicating its energy to deep, restorative sleep, your body is suddenly forced to work overtime on digestion. Your stomach churns out acid, your intestines are laboring, and your heart rate, which should be gently slowing down for rest, stays elevated. This creates a chain reaction, keeping you in a lighter, more restless stage of sleep and significantly increasing the likelihood of sudden cardiovascular events. Consider this common scenario. You've just enjoyed a delicious, perhaps rich pasta dish, or a satisfying but greasy burger right before bed. You feel content, but as you lie down, your body struggles to keep that stomach acid where it belongs. It can easily creep up into your esophagus, leading to that uncomfortable burning, coughing, or even a frightening choking sensation that jerks you awake. Over time, chronic acid reflux, often known as GERD, can actually weaken your throat and airway, raising the risk of something called aspiration pneumonia, a severe lung infection that can be life-threatening for seniors. And there's more. Eating too late at night, especially sugary or carb-heavy foods, can cause significant blood sugar spikes. If you have diabetes or are at risk, this habit can lead to dangerous glucose imbalances, making it incredibly difficult for your body to regulate blood sugar while you sleep. Research clearly shows that seniors who frequently eat late at night are more prone to developing metabolic disorders that directly contribute to heart disease. So, What's the sensible solution? My advice is to aim to finish your last meal at least 3 to 4 hours before you plan to go to bed. This generous window gives your body ample time to properly digest before you lie down. If you truly feel the need for a little something before bed, choose a light, easily digestible snack. Think a small handful of unsalted nuts, a modest piece of fruit, or a comforting cup of warm herbal tea. These choices can promote better sleep without overwhelming your digestive system. Remember, your body is working differently now than it did in your younger years. By thoughtfully adjusting your eating schedule, you can significantly reduce your risk of serious nighttime health issues, profoundly improve your sleep quality, and give your body the true rest it so desperately needs. 2. Sleeping in a room that's too warm, an unseen strain. A warm, deeply cozy bedroom sounds incredibly inviting, doesn't it? We often associate warmth with comfort and relaxation. But here's a critical piece of information, especially if you're over 70. Keeping your bedroom too warm at night can quietly but steadily harm your health. I often hear from seniors who crank up the thermostat or bundle themselves in heavy blankets, genuinely believing it will help them sleep better. However, the truth is, a room that's too warm can subtly increase your risk of heart problems, lead to dehydration, and drastically diminish the quality of your sleep, often without you even realizing it. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating temperature. That built-in thermostat isn't quite as precise as it once was. Our ability to sweat and effectively release excess heat naturally declines, making it much easier for our core body temperature to rise too high, particularly during those long hours of sleep. When your body overheats, your heart has to work considerably harder to try and cool you down. This places unnecessary and sustained strain on your entire cardiovascular system. This can be especially dangerous for seniors who already have underlying heart conditions, high blood pressure, or circulation issues. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever woken up feeling uncomfortably sweaty, restless, or perhaps even a little short of breath in the middle of the night? That's your body struggling to regulate its heat. Studies consistently show that sleeping in a warm room significantly increases the risk of dehydration, even if you don't consciously feel thirsty. And even mild dehydration at night can cause your blood to thicken slightly, which in turn raises the risk of dangerous blood clots, heart attacks, and strokes, particularly in older adults. Let me share a common example. Imagine Frank, a spry 74-year-old retiree who absolutely loves reading in bed before he drifts off. He keeps his bedroom at a comfortable 75 degrees and piles on several thick blankets to feel cozy. Night after night, however, he wakes up drenched in sweat, feeling groggy and unrefreshed the next morning. What Frank doesn't realize is that his warm sleeping environment is actively disrupting his body's natural sleep cycle, preventing him from reaching those crucial, deep, restorative stages of sleep that are essential for true rest and rejuvenation. A cooler room, on the other hand, actively promotes better sleep by encouraging your body to naturally lower its core temperature. This physiological process is absolutely essential for achieving that deep, profound sleep, which helps with memory consolidation, bolsters your immune system, and contributes to overall longevity. My patients who consistently sleep in a cooler environment often report waking up feeling significantly more refreshed, genuinely energized, and remarkably mentally sharper. So what's the ideal sleeping temperature? Experts generally recommend keeping your bedroom between 60 degrees and 67 degrees, about 15 degrees to 19 degrees, for optimal sleep quality. If that range feels a bit too chilly, try layering with lightweight, breathable cotton blankets instead of heavy synthetic ones, which tend to trap heat. Wearing light, moisture-wicking sleepwear can also be a game changer, helping to regulate your body temperature throughout the night. Another wonderfully simple trick is to open a window slightly for fresh air, or use a small, quiet fan to keep the air gently circulating. Not only does this help with cooling, but it also improves air quality, reducing the risk of respiratory issues that can unfortunately disturb sleep. Making this seemingly small adjustment to your sleep environment can have a profoundly positive impact on your overall health and how you feel each morning. By keeping your bedroom comfortably cool, you significantly reduce your risk of cardiovascular strain, promote deeper, more healing sleep, and wake up feeling truly rested, free from the dangers of overheating. 3. Drinking too much liquid before bed, the nighttime disruptor. Staying well hydrated throughout the day is absolutely crucial for your health, but drinking too much liquid, especially right before bed, can become surprisingly harmful as we get older. If you're over 70 and often find yourself waking up multiple times during the night to use the bathroom, it's definitely time to thoughtfully rethink your evening fluid intake. And it's not just about disrupted sleep. This habit can also silently increase your risk of falls, put a strain on your heart, and even contribute to a subtle cognitive decline over time. Here's exactly why this matters. As you age, your bladder becomes less efficient at holding urine. The muscles simply aren't as strong. Your kidneys, bless them, continue diligently filtering fluids even at night, and your body becomes more sensitive to even relatively small amounts of liquid. This means that if you consume a large glass of water, a cup of tea, or juice right before bed, you are almost certainly going to wake up during the night with an urgent need to go. And while this might seem like a mere inconvenience, the potential consequences can be quite serious. Imagine this all too common scenario. It's the middle of the night, and you wake up with a full bladder, an urgent need to get up. You try to get out of bed quickly, perhaps a bit groggily, but your blood pressure hasn't had adequate time to adjust to your sudden change in position. This can lead to something called postural hypotension, which is a sudden, sharp drop in blood pressure when you stand up. This drop can cause immediate dizziness, lightheadedness, or even a full-blown fainting spell. Many seniors experience this without ever realizing why it happens. And tragically, it's a very common cause of dangerous nighttime falls. A simple trip to the bathroom can suddenly turn into a life-threatening accident, potentially resulting in fractures, serious head injuries, or worse. Beyond the immediate risk of falls, frequent nighttime urination, medically known as nocturia, severely disrupts your precious sleep cycle. Each time you wake up and turn on the light, even for a moment, your brain mistakenly thinks it's morning. This drastically interferes with your body's natural production of melatonin, the vital hormone responsible for initiating and maintaining deep, restorative sleep. Over time, consistently poor sleep quality can weaken your immune system, steadily raise your blood pressure, and even, alarmingly, accelerate cognitive decline. Studies have clearly shown that seniors who frequently wake up at night due to bladder issues have a higher risk of developing dementia and other memory-related conditions, largely due to the long-term effects of sleep disruption. But hydration is still incredibly important, so what's the practical solution? It's all about adjusting your fluid intake schedule. Aim to drink the majority of your fluids earlier in the day and gradually taper off by late afternoon or early evening. If you do feel thirsty in the evening, take small sips of water rather than drinking a full glass all at once. And here's a crucial point. If you're enjoying caffeinated beverages like coffee or certain teas in the late afternoon or evening, remember that caffeine acts as a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production and will certainly make the problem worse. Another helpful tip is to be mindful of hidden sources of liquid in your diet. Soups, fruits with a high water content, like watermelon, and even some medications can contribute to fluid retention and increase your likelihood of waking up at night. By making these thoughtful, small adjustments, you can dramatically improve your sleep quality, significantly reduce your risk of dangerous nighttime falls, and truly support your overall health and well-being for years to come. 4. Sleeping in the wrong position, a silent stressor. Most people don't give a second thought to how they sleep, assuming that as long as they feel comfortable, everything is fine. But after 70, your sleeping position can have a far greater impact on your health than you might ever realize. The wrong position can lead to serious breathing problems, poor circulation, and even increase your risk of heart failure or stroke. And yet so many seniors unknowingly sleep in ways that place unnecessary and dangerous strain on their bodies, night after night. Here's why this seemingly minor detail truly matters. As you age, your body undergoes subtle but significant changes in muscle tone, lung function, and circulation. Lying in an unfavorable position for hours on end can restrict airflow, reduce critical oxygen levels, and put undue pressure on key blood vessels. This makes it much harder for your body to function optimally while you're asleep. Over time, this chronic strain can contribute to everything from bothersome snoring and serious sleep apnea to far more critical conditions like nighttime heart strain. For example, consider sleeping completely flat on your back. While it might feel comfortable initially, for many seniors, it's actually one of the riskiest positions. When you lie on your back, gravity causes your tongue and the soft tissues in your throat to relax and fall backward, potentially partially blocking your airway. This can lead to obstructive sleep apnea, a serious condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. Many people don't even realize they have it, but sleep apnea can significantly increase your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Think about someone like Daniel, a 76-year-old who has always slept on his back. His wife began noticing that he would sometimes stop breathing for several seconds at night before suddenly gasping for air. At first, he dismissed it, thinking it was just a normal part of getting older. But over time, he started waking up feeling utterly exhausted, plagued by headaches, and having significant trouble concentrating during the day. When he finally spoke to his doctor, he learned that his lifelong sleeping position was a major contributing factor to undiagnosed sleep apnea, placing a dangerous strain on his heart every single night. Even if you don't have sleep apnea, sleeping in the wrong position can negatively affect your circulation. When you consistently sleep on your right side, for instance, some studies suggest it puts extra pressure on your heart, making it harder for blood to circulate efficiently. This is particularly concerning for seniors with existing heart conditions, as it can contribute to fluid buildup in the lungs and legs, potentially leading to or worsening congestive heart failure over time. So what's the absolute best sleeping position after 70? Experts widely recommend sleeping on your left side whenever possible. This position offers numerous benefits. It helps improve overall circulation, allows your heart to pump more efficiently with less effort, and can even aid in proper digestion. For individuals prone to acid reflux or heartburn, sleeping on the left side can be a game changer, preventing stomach acid from creeping up into the throat, thereby reducing discomfort and dramatically improving sleep quality. If you struggle to stay on your side throughout the night, try using a body pillow to keep yourself comfortably from rolling onto your back. Elevating your head slightly with a supportive pillow can also make a big difference, helping to keep your airways open and reducing the risk of breathing disruptions. And if you experience joint pain or stiffness, placing a pillow between your knees can help maintain proper spinal alignment and relieve pressure on your lower back. Making this relatively simple adjustment to your sleeping position can have a profound and lasting impact on your overall health. By ensuring that your body is in an optimal position for circulation, breathing, and heart function, you can significantly reduce the risk of serious nighttime health complications and wake up feeling truly more refreshed and energized. We've just explored 4 seemingly harmless bedtime habits that, for those of us over 70, can unexpectedly put our health at significant risk. From eating too late at night to drinking too many fluids before bed, from keeping your room too warm to sleeping in the wrong position. Each of these habits can silently, yet powerfully, impact your heart, your sleep quality, and your overall well-being. But here's the wonderful news. These risks are not set in stone. They are not inevitable. By making just a few thoughtful adjustments to your nighttime routine, you have the power to dramatically improve your sleep, lower your risk of serious health issues, and wake up feeling stronger, healthier, and more vibrant every single morning. Now, I invite you to take a quiet moment to reflect. Which of these habits do you recognize in your own daily or nightly routine? Do you frequently find yourself waking up throughout the night? Have you ever felt restless or overheated while trying to sleep? Perhaps you've been sleeping on your back for years without ever realizing its potential impact. Whatever the case, the real key here is awareness. Once you recognize a potential issue, you are empowered to take genuine steps to address it. So, here's my gentle challenge to you. Tonight, pay just a little extra attention to your bedtime routine. Try adjusting just one of these habits and observe how it affects your sleep. Maybe you'll move your last meal a little earlier, perhaps lower your thermostat by a few degrees, or consciously try to shift to your left side when you settle in for the night. Even one small change, consistently applied, can make an incredibly big difference over time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly value your time and attention. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to incorporate it into your own life. Your thoughts and experiences are so important to me and to our community, so please don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments brings me great motivation and encouragement. If you found this discussion valuable and helpful, please do me a favor and give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone you care about. Your support genuinely helps me continue creating content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you in our next video.